Greetings and salutations, folks, back for the final episode of the season, kind of, sort of. Coach Dunbar along with me. I'm Cavanaugh. Coach, we're going to keep this a little different because we've got a senior night segment to put in the middle of this deal. But just want to get your thoughts on the weekend that was, the final weekend of conference play. Just what was it like to be with those seniors, particularly in this team, one last time in 2013?
Yeah, well, that Thanksgiving week is an interesting week just because we don't have school. And we used to go all the way up till Wednesday, but now they have the entire week off. So it was good because we practiced in the morning. They got to relax a little bit, get some homework done. And it was just a good time to spend together. You know, we spent Thanksgiving together with about 60 or 70 people. You know, all their families came. And I thought it was very, very enjoyable. And then I thought the senior night activities were very good. Shane did a great job of putting all that together. And I think the kids really enjoyed that.
It was fun I was actually honored as a member of the senior night class, and that was really cool. It was a nice experience, and it seems like something that's a nice tradition.
Yeah, you know, we've added to it, and we do the video now, and Coach K takes a long time to put that together, and the kids all talk about the seniors. And I think it's just memories that they can keep with them, and I think it's a big deal. You know, they do the posters, and the kids, you know, decorate the locker room and all, but you know, senior night is the one time that they do remember, you know, and after they get done playing, it's like, you know, when every senior wants to kind of experience that type of thing, so we always make sure to try to do it as big as we can.
Let's take a look at that, the little video hit we've got from all four seniors. Thanks to all the girls for participating, and you'll be missed. Hey folks, a special Senior Day treat for you. We're at the University Gym hours before the Senior Day extravaganza between Indiana and Purdue. Monon Spike on the way, but also Senior Day. Caitlin Hansen, one of the four Indiana seniors, sitting here with me. Caitlin, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Last time really stepping in, well, second to last technically, because Michigan also comes on Friday. But second to last time stepping onto the gym floor. Want to talk about where you've seen the most growth from yourself coming as a freshman to now, just where you've seen a lot of development, either in your game, personally, just the time you've spent here. Where has that led to some growth?
I think the most for me has been my personality change. I came in here, I was really shy. I mean, I'm still shy, but I'm definitely way more vocal and willing to step out of my comfort zone, which volleyball has helped me with that a lot in school, on and off the court, but I think I'm more willing to put myself out there and just kind of see what happens and not like wait and see and kind of blend in. I try to make sure I stand out with everything.
And that's led to the opportunity for you to make some memories here. Now, you were a contributor on the team your freshman year, and you've taken more and more of a role as time has gone on. What's your favorite memory on court for playing for Indiana?
I think definitely my freshman year when we beat Penn State. That was a chance of a lifetime. They were ranked in the top 5 then, and then probably when we beat Purdue here last year, because I had such a bigger impact than that myself as being libero, so that was a great experience being able to do it. I'm from Indiana, so that was a great feeling to beat them.
Any memories that compete with that, the off-court time, because so much of it, being a student athlete is on the court and people see that, but taking time away and all the time you can spend with your team, all the time you spend even with friends off campus, just speak to your time at Indiana and just what that's meant for you.
I mean, you know, it's great. I'm from Indianapolis, so a lot of my friends from high school came here, but I think off the court, as in the team aspect, when we did the ROTC events, I think that was the most, because I mean, we're almost in like, it was like survival mode for us, so that was kind of cool. I'll probably never get to have a chance like that again in my life, so being able to do that with some of my best friends was a great experience. I'll never forget that.
Awesome. Thanks a bunch, Caitlin. Thanks for the time.
Thanks for having me.
We're back, folks. Melanie Hicks joins us, another of these seniors. There are 4 of you guys, and 4 of you guys actually, who were a part of that Sweet 16 team your freshman year. I want to actually go back to that, just talking about those memories, what it was to be a part of a team like that.
I mean, you know, the team was great. You know, we had the same team chemistry, you know, then that we have now. Anything like that, but the experience itself was just amazing. You know, just going there, beating, you know, hosting the first round, beating Tennessee to go to the Sweet 16 is something I'll never forget. It was just a surreal experience.
I'm glad you talked about chemistry. You guys have been really instrumental in keeping team chemistry the way it's been. The on-court success has unfortunately not been there this year, but the way that I've seen you guys interact with one another, it's a really special group, and it seems like you guys have all had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, you know, like you said, the season definitely hasn't gone how we wanted, but you know, one thing the whole team talks about is we still love each other through it all. You know, no matter what happens, we are still having fun with it. We come in every day, we're excited to see each other. We talk about if we see one another on campus, you'd think that we hadn't seen each other in about a year because everyone kind of freaks out, and it's the same as here. So yeah, our team chemistry, it's great. Like, these girls are my best friends, so.
Would it be as easy for you as a freshman coming in? We talked about the dichotomy between those two teams. Where have you seen the growth personally from your freshman year to this year? Even on the floor. What did you do?
Oh, well, I mean, you know, as a freshman, everyone's terrified usually. You know, like, you just want to do everything right. You know, whatever the upperclassmen say, you do it. You know, you're really still trying to find your role on the team and, you know, your voice, what really, you know, what your part of the team is. So I guess just over the years, yeah, I've just matured and, you know, having that confidence to, you know, be more of a leader and, you know, say what I think and like team decisions, things like that. So yeah, you're like a little scared freshman and then you just grow.
It's part of the experience. Is there
Yeah.
going to be one memory that you hold on to once you leave here, when you walk out those doors for the final time?
Everyone has been asking me that, and there are just so many that, you know, I could say the Sweet 16, you know, yes, like volleyball-wise probably, that's great, but there's just numerous experiences that I've shared with these girls that I will carry with me forever.
And it's a special group, certainly, and Melanie Hicks, a big part of it. Melanie, thanks for joining us.
Of course, thank you.
Jade Henderson joins us now. Jade, you might recognize from the popular IU volleyball video series, Just Jade. I get the feeling you're already comfortable being on camera.
I mean, it took me a while, I think, to get used to, you know, being confident with that. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy being in front of the camera.
You're ready to go. I want to ask you this because we're on senior night. You're about ready to play Purdue a few hours away. But the second to last time that you'll step on the floor here at the university gym, just talk us through the journey that you went through coming here as really an untouted freshman. I don't even know if that's a word. And then now your senior year, you're a captain. You're one of the most important leadership parts of this squad. Just talk us through that development.
You know, I came as a freshman and we had a tremendous year, success with going to the Sweet 16, and you know, it was so exciting and I was so happy to be part of that. And then sophomore year wasn't our best year along with our junior year, you know, and it was hard, you know, going from doing so well to not doing so well. But you know, I developed a lot, like my leadership skills and stuff, and it really changed from my junior year to senior year, where I like really felt important to the team. I think for a little bit of it, you know, I kind of felt like, what's my role? And I really feel like from junior to senior year, I transitioned into really figuring out my role and, you know, what the team needs me to do. And so now I'm here, and I, you know, second to last game, and I never honestly thought I'd see myself finish all 4 years, and I'm so happy I did it, and I feel great.
Well, you made it.
Yeah, I made it. It's great.
We had talked a little earlier about, it was Melanie Hicks who was just sitting in this spot and talking with her about the difference between how a dynamic of a team switches from year to year to year. And this year it's been you seniors in charge of this group, and even though, as we talked about with her, the on-court success hasn't been there to the same extent, it seems like the way that you guys have grown together is different, in a way, different than a lot of teams that I've seen and been around. How do you get that to carry forward even next year? Because it feels like you guys can have an impact on the girls who are still here.
Yeah, you know, I think our main goal this year, like not reflecting on the wins or losses, was just to keep the morale high and to end on, you know, feeling good. And we wanted to end on a high note. And we want to continue that, and we want to continue building this culture here that is a demanding culture, but also a supporting culture. And I think we've narrowed down the supporting culture, but now it's just getting the girls, you know, to be a little more demanding and stuff. So, you know, we've been trying to train that the past week, basically, leaving that. So, but just really staying positive with it and keeping that going throughout next years.
Is that the area where you feel you've improved the most, that emphatic leadership ability, just coming in and knowing more what's expected of you and being able to develop in that way?
Are you talking about the demanding aspect? Yeah. I've always been a huge supporter. I've always been like, you know, that. The demanding aspect, because I'm a people pleaser, so like the demanding aspect has been a really hard transition for me. I still, still kind of question it. It's hard for me to get out of my comfort zone and do that. But I've definitely improved on it, and just want to continue showing the girls that they can do that too.
Since it's been a year that it's been fun to watch from the sideline and from the jobs of traveling with you guys. It's been a tremendous season, and Jade Henderson a big part of that. Jade, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Jordan Haverly now joins us. Final player that we've actually talked to, Jordan. Congratulations. We've saved the best for last. Good stuff. Glad you could be here with us. I want to ask you first off about the role that you've played statistically. The numbers speak for themselves. You've had a tremendous career here at Indiana, the only player in IU volleyball history with the 1,500 kills and the 1,000 career digs. What did that milestone mean to you personally, being able to accomplish that?
It was kind of a big deal for me just because I wanted to make sure that I could show that I could still play how I did before I got hurt. And I don't know, it's a big milestone. I mean, it's just like a personal achievement, and I just set really high goals for myself when I got here, so I just wanted to make sure that I achieved them, and it's nice to know that I did. And honestly, like, it was for the team, but it's really nice. It's a nice personal accolade leaving as well, so.
How do you balance that between the team accomplishments and the personal accomplishments? Because that seems like something that often can be a difficult question to answer. How do you go about trying to make sure even the team knew that this stuff is for you guys?
I don't really try to act, I guess, I try to just be humble about it. I mean, everything, obviously, it's a team sport, we're playing, so when I can play well, it's just helping the team more. And I always give them credit because I wouldn't be able to do it by myself, so it's not like I can pass it and hit all at the same time. And I know that I need my teammates out there, and anything that I can do to just help make it easier for them or to help us win is what I want to do. So.
Now, you've been doing that in Indiana for quite a while. You've got an interesting story just with how the duration of time that you've been here, bouncing back from your knee injury. Would you say that was the biggest obstacle you faced in your time here, and how you were able to come back from that?
Yeah, definitely. 4 surgeries later, planning on having another one. So it's definitely been the biggest obstacle for me to overcome, and mentally and physically. So, and bouncing back, I'm glad obviously that I'm still able to play. But these are my last 2 matches, so I'm excited and sad at the same time.
Yeah, I was about to ask how it feels that you're about at the end of that road, and how you treat these last couple matches, not just yourself, but for the rest of your team out there playing with you.
I think my approach has just been to enjoy every moment with my teammates, and what happens, happens. As long as we play well and give it all that we have and have a good experience with each other, then I'm not going to be upset, because you look back and it's the memories, it's not the wins and losses. So I think that's just my main goal, and obviously to try to give as much of myself as I can in these last 2 matches, just because I don't know if I ever will get to play again. So.
And a chance to make a couple more memories out here tonight. Jordan Haverly, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
All right, folks, we've got one more treat coming up, special edition. Stay tuned. And finally, we're here with the whole gang, from left to right: Jordan Haverly, Melanie Hicks, Jade Henderson, Caitlin Hansen. I'm Pierce Cavanaugh, and we're going to have a little IU volleyball roundtable. Guys, first question, and I brought it up before the camera even turned on. I asked who would be driving on a cross-country road trip, and there was a pretty emphatic first response. Let's hear who it is.
Redhead.
Why is this?
She drives fast.
No.
No, she has the big SUV. She takes control. She knows her directions. She's organized. It's her. Thanks,
She
guys.
doesn't like the passenger seat very much, so.
Do you guys have a destination in mind?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's take turns. We'll start on the left. Jordan, if you're taking a cross-country road trip, where are we talking? They have to be in America, because you can't fly or swim anywhere.
Okay. I don't know. Florida would be good.
Yeah.
Nice. Could be fun or relaxing. South Florida probably.
Yeah, I think Vegas would be fun.
Yeah.
You could hit a lot of spots on the way there as well. So Vegas.
Maybe a ski trip in Colorado.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
I think Texas. I think we would do pretty well in Texas.
Oh, what are we gonna do?
Like
there?
Texas.
Because
What?
everything's bigger there, so
Yeah.
eating and we like to eat a lot. So
Sounds legit. If you're staying in Bloomington, what's a good place that you guys go to? We're talking like eating out. Just somewhere where you go, you're like, okay, you know what? We're gonna try down a little bit. Where's the night out in Bloomington starting at?
It's bad that Chipotle popped in my mind. We
Chipotle,
eat
yes.
at Chipotle a lot, so that's just a casual thing.
So no Doba, no Doba.
No.
Team
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, we just had it for our pregame meal.
Yeah.
Or Applebee's. I mean, we're big Applebe's fans.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Bubs. I like Bubs. The shakes.
Bubs is good. Have you ever done you haven't done the big
No.
one?
No.
We went for a nice evening, Zagreb's for Valentine's Day.
Zagreb's. Jade and I had a Valentine's Day date one night.
But that's adorable.
Malibu Grill could be nice.
Yeah, I
Start.
love Malibu.
Grazie.
All those around the square. There's a lot of really cool restaurants just around the square in downtown
I
Bloomington.
don't know if I've gone to any of those. I might have
You
to
should
check
check
those
it
out. All right.
Rotten.
The fact that you guys are on camera here, really, maybe for the last time here in Indiana, is there something that you want to make sure fans know about each of you individually that they might not have known before? Something that you've managed to keep under wraps until just now, the opportune time to bring it out?
Ooh, wow. That's a loaded question.
Yeah, I guess so. If there's one thing, or I guess maybe we'll start with me. For instance, I'm a very good Mario Karter. I think I can beat any one of you guys if we pull out an N64 and got down to business right here. Just saying.
It's impressive.
Maybe a hidden talent, something that people might not know about you.
Okay.
Kate's really good at thrift shopping.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Goodwill, find good things.
She can get a good deal anywhere, and it always looks really cute. So, you're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took art all throughout high school, so I like to draw and paint. So if I ever have free time, I'll be doing that a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I like candles a lot. And I have them all over my house, and I like decorating my house for the seasons. So I guess that's.
Yes.
I mean, I guess for me, I'm like I like to dance a lot.
Very good dancer.
Very.
Really into music stuff. I kind of stopped doing it since coming to college, but I'm going to start back up playing guitar. I started actually making mixes on an app on the computer, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. We might have to look up on iTunes or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's do that.
Maybe, yeah. One day. Yeah.
Awesome.
One day.
Sounds good. Girls, anything to add before we send this thing off? Any final word for the Indiana fans who might want to hear from you just one last time?
Just thank you for everything that you've done for us, supporting us, coming to our games, like anything that you've done. We really appreciate it, and it's made our 4 years here. So.
Through everything, good and bad.
Yep.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
Tremendous stuff. Senior day, Meadow, here at the University Gym one last time. Girls, thanks for joining me on camera this one last time.
Thank
you.
you.
That was a nice little piece of everybody getting the chance to talk to Jordan Haverly, Caitlin Hansen, Melanie Hicks, and Jade Henderson one last time, Coach. It seems like it must have been a great experience to coach those girls for as long as you got to.
Oh, absolutely, and not so much the volleyball part, but the great thing is watching them grow as people, and hopefully be ready to go out and be difference makers in society and do something really special, and we hope our program helps prepare them for that as they move forward, and that they end up being great alumni and coming back and supporting our program and cheering on the young players as they go into the next season, you know.
We get a chance to look now, moving ahead, at what the off-season holds for you guys. And I even, just as I walked in today, you were working on a bunch of stuff that goes into off-season prep. What is different about that, or how is it different? Because obviously it's got to be a whole new template.
Yeah. As I told you, I actually think it's busier for us in the off-season. The fall is so structured to a certain degree of, this is when we practice every day with the team. It's all team stuff, and then preparing a lot of film work, and then traveling with the team on the weekends. But you know, off-season is so much recruiting. You know, so much of our time is that. But we also do so much individual work with the players. So we might be in the gym 3 or 4 hours at a time because we do positional training. And then, you know, it's the in-season for Chris Virtue, our strength coach, because of all the weights and the conditioning they do. They spend a lot of time with him. So, you know, it's extremely busy. It's extremely rewarding. You're not preparing so much for teams. You're preparing to train these kids to be better and working on techniques and things that you don't get a chance as much to do during season because you're preparing to play, Nebraska and Iowa on a weekend, so you're watching so much film and they're preparing and you're doing that in practice. So now it's just all about them, getting them to really make this explosion almost, from January to August to prepare them for the next season.
And the carrot at the end of that stick is the NCAA tournament,
Mm-hmm.
which the selection show this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ten had a pretty good showing.
Yeah, 8 teams, and a lot of them hosting, which is fantastic. And there'll be a lot of interesting matches, though. A lot of good teams across the country, a lot of parity in this sport. So, we think the Big Ten kind of battle tests you as, the NCAA schedule is playing back-to-back nights. And I think, with our conference the way it is, playing Friday and Saturday nights, I think that prepares us the best of any conference. And so it'll be nice, now we'll cheer for the Big Ten and we want them to do very well, and I think there's some that could go extremely far and maybe all the way. So that'll be fun to kind of watch and go through the bracket with them and watch a lot of matches on TV and then end up at the Final Four for our convention in Seattle, and all the meetings that kind of go along with that in the middle of the month.
It will be fun to keep an eye on that and keep in perspective what your program is shooting for next year.
Absolutely.
And I guess that's all the time we've got. It's been a pleasure, Coach, all
Thank you.
year.
I appreciate all the work you did, and best of luck to you in the future. And hopefully, all of you will be seeing him with maybe a little bit of softball in the spring and still being around. So
Yeah,
good
I'll
luck.
look forward to hanging around, and I'm sure the guy who comes in next year, I know a few of the candidates, and they all, I think, are well qualified for
Good.
this gig. I think you'll enjoy it.
That's great. Thanks.
Coach, I guess that's it for Sherry Dunbar. Here's Cavanaugh. So long. Travel well, folks. Until we meet again, it's been an honor and a pleasure.